Hello, this is Tennille King, and I have Complete Studio Manager for Bento open. This video is going to talk about smart collections, and we'll cover using them, editing smart collections, and even creating new ones. You create a smart collection when you want a collection that contains only the records that meet whatever criteria you define. So you can decide how to sort the records that are going to be included. We mentioned before, when you look at the libraries in Bento, and especially the ones we've created for CSM for Bento, libraries are those subjects within the database, and you can sort with smart collections even further, sorting those records through a smart collection. So maybe in the address book, I have 300 records total, but maybe I only want to see the clients that are in those records. Maybe I have 100 clients. So you remember that when you are in the contact information form, you can choose what type of contact someone is. And again, I gave you these basic default values. I just want to point out that if you edit these, change them, delete them, add your own, you also need to edit by either changing, deleting, or adding the smart collections that coordinate, because I have everything in place to match the default choices that I gave you. So anyone who has client selected as their type of contact would be included in this client smart collection. So when I click client, it's going to pull the records only for those contacts that have client as their type of contact. So what would happen here now, we've chosen client. You see we're in the client smart collection. If I had 100 clients, it would say 100 records. And obviously I don't have any entered here for this sample database, but rather than having all 300 records show, only the 100 records that are clients would show. Same thing, maybe you want to sort through local businesses or maybe even your personal contacts. You could click on the personal smart collection and those would show. If you're viewing through the form view, you can scroll through your personal contacts here, left and right, or you can use the table view if you'd rather see a list of whatever you're sorting for. And that goes for any smart collection. You can view it in form view and scroll through them, or you can view them in table view and have a list. Same thing, if I want to only see clients that are past clients, I would click on past. I would then have a list of only clients that are past clients. Maybe in the workflow stage, I want to find out who I sent retainer invoices to. That's showing me they haven't paid yet. They're not in the workflow stage that they've paid. So maybe I want to send them a reminder to pay that session fee invoice. I would click the smart collection for retainer invoice sent, and only those contacts that have that retainer invoice sent as their workflow stage chosen would show up. So maybe there's 5 of them. I need to remind 5 of them to pay their session fee. These are basically just to help you sort and scale down information by whatever type of category you want. And as I mentioned, those are some samples that are already in place that you don't have to do any changes to. We'll look at the iCal events as a sample. You have your appointment form where you enter all of your information, and maybe I only want to see today's appointments. If I click on today, I can scroll through today's appointments in form view, or I can also look at them as a list in table view. I can look at the next 7 days, the next 31 days. Those are all set and ready to go. Now, of course, it's probably more convenient to just look at those in iCal, but I wanted you to have those options here in the event that you wanted to sort that information this way. What I've tried to do for you, for anything that, for any smart collection that requires you to enter more information before using that smart collection, I've used the word enter in capital letters. That's your cue that we're going to need to edit a smart collection to get it to operate properly. If you want to edit a smart collection, you can go to File and Edit Smart Collection, or you can right-click and Edit Smart Collection. So we've got this smart collection in place that's going to allow us to enter the date range for any appointments. So maybe, and again, this is a sample, I don't have any appointments in here, but maybe I want to look at what do I have for June. I would put June 1st to June 30th I would hit enter, and at that point, any appointments that I have scheduled for the month of June would show up. Again, typically looking at your calendar is an easier way to do this, but the option is here for you. When it does come in handy, it's sometimes maybe you want to enter sessions in a date range, and you can see I've already have the Edit Smart Collection chosen. This is telling me it's going to pull up all of the following conditions being met. The appointment type is a session, and then here's my date range that I need to enter. So maybe I only want to show sessions for June. I would put in my June dates again. I would hit enter, and now this list or these forms that you could sort through with the arrows are only going to show me sessions that take place in June. You can also do this by session category. We're going to edit the Smart Collection, and I want to see all of the newborn sessions on my calendar for the year 2012. So I would put in January 1st through December 31st. It's already telling me that the session category is newborn. I would hit enter, and I would now have a list of all of my newborn sessions that I have appointments for during the year 2012. If you want to save this, you can. The problem in doing so, it's going to stick to this date range. So you can just hide it, and next time you want to change the date range, it'll already be ready for you to go. So any of these that say enter in capital letters allow you to go in and edit, most often a date range, sometimes other details too. If you look down at invoices, maybe I want to find my orders for the month of April. So I would go down to the order income. You can see it says enter dates. I'm going to have to enter some information, so I need to edit the Smart Collection. And I have order income, so anything that is an order income. And then I have to put the date range in. From April 1st to April 30th, I hit enter, and I happen to have a sample in here from another tutorial that we did. So this is showing me, and if I had more invoices entered, that entire list would be here. This is showing me either in form view or in list view. It's the same, table view. It's the same data no matter what your view is. It's showing me all of my orders for the month of April. And this is helpful. We'll kind of go through in other reports, but you can use this summary row. I can see what my sum of my orders for April is. Maybe I want to find out what my average order is for April. If I have referral credits or other discounts going, maybe I want to find the total amount of discounts that I had for April, or maybe I want to see what the average discount is. And again, I'll go through some of those reports for you later, but that's a nice view to be able to look through there. So basically you can see you can edit anything that says enter in capital letters. Most often it's entering a date range that you'll want to change. You can do that by right-clicking or by going to the file and edit Smart Collection. The other thing I want to show you is how you can create your own Smart Collections, and the opportunities are endless on this. I just want to show you a couple examples of what would work, just so you can have an idea of what type of information or how you can sort this. Let's go to File and New Smart Collection, or again, you can right-click, New Smart Collection. And if you give it a second here, you can name the Smart Collection if you're going to save it and keep it. I'm going to say clients by zip code. We'll just give it a name there to have. And what we're going to do is we are going to want to match all of the following conditions. I'm going to want my type of type of contact to be equal to client. So I only want clients to show up when I'm sorting these records in the address book. And I only want clients in a certain zip code. So I'm going to go to home address and choose zip code. contains, and I'll use my zip code 43081. So as of right now, this list will only show clients in 43081, and I would hit enter, and it would show clients in 43081. You can refine this as much as you like. You can hit the plus button for another option. Maybe I want to look at client status is equal to past. Hit enter, and this list would now show clients in this zip code that are past clients. So now the list would only contain that. And just keep in mind, I'm choosing all of the following conditions because I want all three of these conditions to be met. If I chose any, it would pick all clients regardless of their zip code, and it wouldn't refine the list for us. If you want to save your new smart collection, you hit save. If you don't care to save, you can click hide it. Go over here, right click, delete, and confirm that delete. Let's see, one more example for you. Maybe we want to look at orders again, and we want to find newborn orders within a certain date range that were print orders. Maybe we don't want to look at any digital packages or packages that include both print and digital. I want to be able to look at and analyze just my newborn print orders for this year. So again, I'll go to, I want to match all of the following conditions. I want the session category to be equal to newborns. I'm going to add another criteria that I want the order date to be in the range of 2012. So I would go January 1st to, now obviously it's only April at the time of this video, but you could do the entire year, 12/31 of 2012. And I only want print orders to show up. Equal to print, hit enter, and coincidentally, my sample that I had used before, here's a client that had only a print order. They were a newborn client in their order income. So maybe you want to view that by list. If I came here at the summary row and chose count, it would show me how many newborn orders were print orders for 2012, because those are the three criteria that I required all of them to be met. This is going to tell me the number, and again, I can do average orders, I can sort, I can look through this information and analyze it however I want, and I'll show you some things in another tutorial about reports and analyzing your data. But as far as using, editing, and creating smart collections, you should be all set.